Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back. This is Paula with Paula's Imperfect Plans. Today we're going to go ahead and jump into our weekly check-in, which is where I go through our non-cash spending and I allocate it to categories and I pay it back to the bank from our sinking funds and variable cash envelopes. I realized I didn't check those off last time. All right, so we will jump in. Let me pull up my little cheat sheet of money spent. Have a decent amount of transactions coming at us here today. Oops. All right. All right, things that we're paying for with cash. So the first one is $40. Let's zoom in here a little bit. The first one is $40.92. It is a pair of shoes for me, and it will come from clothes, and it needs paid back to the bank. $12.51 was a dollar store purchase with it's kids. One wanted markers, and so I said I would take her there to get markers, and she picked out something for each of her siblings, and so that's how that went. Okay, so we spent $60 on sushi the other night, so that's coming from Eat Out. We did a date night. My mom was willing to come up and watch the kiddos, so that was $60 with tip. $6 was McDonald's. That seems like a lot. One of my kiddos had a birthday party for a friend at McDonald's, and the food wasn't ready, and she was dying for something to drink anyway, so I ordered like a coffee and rounded up. That does seem like a lot. But anyway, that was $6 for me to grab something and a cup of water while they waited for their Happy Meals. So $7.01 was to scooters. I was at a work training the other day, and actually these kind of go together, that I wasn't originally planning on having a work meal, but we went to a town and we were on our own for lunch. So my coworker and I that went together went to this cafe for lunch. $21.11 was my total with tip. And then it was actually not all that engaging of a training. Anyway, so on the way back, we had to drive right by a scooter. So we each grabbed some coffee to kind of keep us somewhat alert for the second half of the training. So the ones from Eat Out, some of that will come from drinks because I know that there's not enough to cover that in drinks, or in Eat Out. So I'll be using both of those to cover those amounts, just depending on what we have in here. So, excuse me. So that is what we have currently. The other spending, I guess I'll put it on here, but it's not going to, it needs transferred from our high yield savings account. I spent $80 registering my third grader for the season. This is his first year being able to do this. It's called our local team mascot, Hoops Club. And so it's practices twice a week and then games and tournaments and leagues and stuff that they sign up with. I think it's November through February. And then that was $40. And then another $40 is for what they call Magic Mondays. So they have additional practices for people, for kiddos who want to work on more of the fundamentals. So it actually started last week, and I was a little late to the ball game for some reason. A wrestling note came home, and I was looking, and wrestling isn't really our jam, and he wasn't super excited. He's like, I'd really rather play basketball, and something made me think that I needed to go in and try to find some stuff on Facebook, a local group. Well, I found it, and it had started last week, but I was able to sign him up. So Monday night, he was able to go to the first Magic Monday where they do a lot of ball handling and drills, things like that. He's very interested in basketball, so he was excited to show me his favorite drills when he came home and that kind of thing. So the $80 was for the next, December, November, December, January, February, the next 4 months of basketball registration. But that is going to come from the kids' online sinking fund. I don't have cash for that right now. So I'm going to jump in here and get started. So first one up is $40.92 for the shoes. So out of clothes, I've got 40, and I know that there's a 1 back there, so we'll pull that out of clothes and cross that off. Kids is the next thing here, and that is $13, which I only have 10 right now, so I'll sort that out in a minute. I'm actually going to take the last 3 out of clothes to cover the rest of the kids' purchase. Okay, so now we're going to come into our eating out and our drinks. That's where the rest of these are at. We have, I want to get this all in frame and still have it make sense. Okay, so eat out. I have, we'll just add this all up. Oh, and those darn kids took my calculator. All right, so 60 plus 13 is 73, 83, 93, 94, 95, I think. All right, so 20, 40, 60, 70, 60, 70, 80, 82, 88, 89, 95. Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, so I have 20, 40, 60, 70, 90. So I need 25 out of here. So I'm going to put 40 in and return 14. That's less. I mean, it should be 15, but that's going to be fine. Change. So, still don't have a calculator. They took it. I was so irritated because I was like, that's my good calculator. Like, it is not a phone for you to play with. But I don't think it got back over here. Hang on a second. So I found it. I saw that they had it. I took it from them, and then I couldn't remember where I had set it down at. So, eat out, eat out. All right, so let's add up the cash that we have here. That was 41, 13, 60, 6, 7, 22. So I should have 149, but I didn't give out the last dollar in cash because I didn't have it. So I should have $150 here in cash. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, 40, 50, 150. So that's going to go to the bank to make the payment to the card. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, bye.